Mr. Mahendra Chauhan, Ms. Chaya Sehgal. I request Dr. Kavita Lagate, our current president, Mr. Anand Patkar, Mr. Rajesh Sharma, thank you for doing the honors. I now invite our president, Dr. Kavita Lagate, to initiate the ceremony with her presidential address.
So good evening, and thank you all for being with us here. And as you know that since last 2 years, all the events of Bombay Management Associations were happening online. And when we decided for the year 2018-19 and 2021 that we will have the award ceremony, that time many of my colleagues in academia mentioned that no, we would like to have it in person instead of having it online. And that gave us the idea that let us do the awards, which are academic awards in person. And I will mention here my colleague, Dr. Director of Somaiya Institute of Management, Dr. Monica Khanna, specially mentioned that it is no fun getting the award online. And hence, on your request and on your words, we decided that we will have it on in person. And thank you all for being here with us. Thank you, Monica Madam, for giving us this idea, and all others who are winners and who are participating in this event. The process of the very prestigious BMA awards, as we all know, that it goes into 2 categories. The first one is the category which is for corporate leadership, and the second one is academic leadership. Management being a fraternity which is cultivating the managers from the educational institutions. I think it is topmost importance for BMA to have interaction which will be fruitful for the young managers, budding managers, the teachers who are nurturing this talent, and the institutions who are supporting in this particular endeavor. And BMA wants to acknowledge, BMA wants to honor these constituents of Bombay Management Association who are doing the great job in this area. This year we had Dr. R.A. Mashelkar, Padma Vibhushan, Dr. R.A. Mashelkar as the chief jury, along with Madam Lalita Gupte and Noshir Kaka from corporates. Many of our past presidents had been in this panel of jury. This year they included Shri Ashok Sharma, Shri Vijay Jalan, Shri Ananta Singhania, Madam Chaya Sehgal, Shri Keval Handa, MD Agrawal, Madam Nirmala Mehendare, Dr. Vijay Page. We also had with us Dr. N.M. Kondap, but unfortunately we lost him in between. This panel of jury had discussed on many occasions about who should be rewarded and who should be honored. And for that we had different categories. The categories that we had was BMA Lifetime Achievement Award. This is from this year. For next 3 years, we are collaborating with Dr. K.S. Basu Memorial Trust for this award, and the award is named as BMA Lifetime Achievement Award, Dr. K.S. Basu Lifetime Achievement Award. And this year, we have identified Shri Ajim Premji to be conferred upon. He could not come online that time, so we are going to felicitate him offline. Another award, which was named as BMA Business Leader of the Decade Award, in collaboration with Tata Consulting Services, we have named it as BMA TCS Building on Belief Business Leader of the Decade. And this was accepted online by Dr. Kiran Majumdar Shaw this year. The third management award is BMA Achiever of the Year Award Male, BMA Achiever of the Year Award Female, Special Recognition for the year, the Special Recognition Jury Award. And we also have, since last 2 years, an award called as BMA Assured Enterprise of the Year Award, which is based on the concept of assured matrix, which is devised by the Padma Vibhushan Dr. R.A. Mashelkar himself, and along with his team, our past president, Madam Chaya Sehgal, has worked a lot on identifying the awardee for this year as well as for the year 18-19. BMA Assured Enterprise of the Year Award is collaborated with Excel Industries, and it is named as BMA Excel Assured Enterprise of the Year Award, and it will be for the next 3 years in the name of these 3 collaborators that we have. Academic award are with the applications from the management institutes for the Best Management Institute of the Year, the Faculty of the Year, as well as this Best Student of the Year. These 3 awards, they are done using the applications from the management institutes. The committee had evaluated the management institute on various parameters. The faculty is on various parameters, and the students are evaluated not only on the parameters, but also on the presentations that they had made on the given topics. The process for last 2 years had been same. And as the pandemic broke in 2020 March, the award ceremony was not possible. The then president, Madam Chaya Sehgal, I will invite her on the podium to talk about the awards for that year and give us the glimpses of the corporate awards also that we had by awarding some of the awardees in the online mode, as well as the special jury award that is worth mentioning and knowing for all of us. So may I welcome Madam Chaya Sehgal, the past president of Bombay Management Association for the year 2019-20, to please come on stage and take the proceedings further.
A very good afternoon, Dr. Kavita Laghate, President, Bombay Management Association, BMA Academic Awardees, Innothon winners, honorable jury members, and our elite partners, collaborators and sponsors for both the years, special invitees and guests, my senior colleagues, the former presidents and current and incoming office bearers, and members of BMA fraternity in attendance. At the outset, I wish to say a big thank you to you, Dr. Laghate, for co-hosting the BMA Academic Awards and Innothon winners for the year 2019-2020 today. This event is held annually to uphold the tradition of honoring and celebrating the business leaders of India Incorporate, who created impact in the ecosystem with their transformational leadership and its backbone, the academic institutions committed to the cause of world-class management education. On March 14th, 2020, we all were set to have a glittering BMA award ceremony and felicitation of Innothon winners of coveted Dandekar Trophy at the Mumbai University Convocation Hall, a UNESCO heritage site, unmindful of the unprecedented national lockdown, which had to be called off at the last minute. And the rest, as they say, is history. 2 years since then, after many challenges and as many lessons, we had the combined BMA Corporate Award ceremony for the years 2019-2020 and 2021-2022 on March 26th in a digital mode. And now we are delighted to have you all with us to carry out our pleasant duty of felicitating the rest of you all in this hybrid event. I indeed feel privileged to be able to acknowledge and express my sincere gratitude for all those whose collaborative support, especially the esteemed jury members for their valuable time, expertise, and direction in making the selection process of winners easy, which gets difficult more often than not due to a galaxy of star performers around us. However, under the visionary and inspiring leadership of Dr. Mashelkar as the chief jury, Dr. Anjana Grewal as our external academic jury, and Mr. Suresh Matre and late Dr. Kondap as our internal academic jury members, and Ms. Kalpana Morparia and Mr. Firoz Wandrewala as our external corporate jury members, Mr. Anand Singhania, Mr. M.K. Chauhan, and Mr. R. Ramakrishnan as our internal corporate jury members, it has been as much of a joy as a learning experience. I also wish to place on record my gratitude for the sponsors of the year 2019-2020, Shri Chaitanya Sathe of Tata Consultancy Services, who has been my go-to person for the last 3 years, and Shri Ashwin Shroff of Excel Industries and Dr. Anant Patkar for not only wholeheartedly supporting the BMA Awards, but also honoring us with their unconditional trust through this tough time of last 2 years and committing to their continued support for the next 3 years as well. I'm particularly grateful to Ms. Priyanka Pandey of ACC for facilitating the commitment and provision for the BMA ACC Innothon Dandekar Trophy Fund when I approached ACC with this proposal to collaborate in the memory of our founding president, Shri Narayan Dandekar, who was also their first managing director. ACC magnanimously came forward to support us. I further wish to acknowledge and thank our corporate partners for Innothon problem statements, Dr. Murtaza Khorakiwala, my senior at Wokhard, Shri P.C. Kandpal from SBI General Insurance, Shri Ram Gopal of Barclays Bank, and Ms. Farida Hussain of USV Limited. The highlight of the award selection process in January 2020 was to pioneer the BMA Assured Enterprise of the Year award under the mentorship of Dr. Mashelkar himself, as Kavita highlighted, based on the concept of assured innovation postulated in his prestigious Tata Literature Business Book of the Year 2019 award winner book, Leapfrogging to Pole Vaulting. Words fail me to express my gratitude for his invaluable mentorship. The BMA Entrepreneur of the Year award since then evolved into the BMA Assured Enterprise of the Year award. I wish to acknowledge Shri Sushil Borde, Shri Manmohan Singh, and Shri Sridhar Dev from his team, and my then executive committee member colleague Shri Shripad Ranade for supporting us with the assessment of assured parameters in award selection process of that year. As I sign off, I wish to extend my hearty congratulations to Dr. Kavita Laghate and her team for a spectacular tenure and a stellar performance. The year saw some of the eminent world-class leaders in management domain, such as Dr. Philip Kotler, Dr. Rohit Deshpande, Ms. Helle Bang-Jorgensen, and many more sharing their rich experience with all of us on the association's platform. Kudos to the entire team. The innate optimism of human spirit has led us all, despite the delays, obstructions, and disappointments of the last 2 years, to survive, revive, and thrive against all odds. As I sign off, I extend my warm congratulations to all the winners today, especially the youngsters, and remind the rest that there is always a next time, and whatever is meant for us will eventually come to us. I also wish the very best to the incoming president, Shri Rajesh Sharma, and the newly elected team of office bearers for an accomplished tenure in continuing to uphold the lofty ethos of nurturing the thought leadership in management profession, upon which this first ever management association was founded and built over almost 7 decades ago. Thank you very much.
So with this, we'll begin the academic awards for 2018-19. We have made the awardees wait for 2 years, and I think now it's high time they should get it. So with that, I request Chaya ma'am and Kavita ma'am to please come forward so that we can start the award ceremony. Okay, so BMA, we'll start with the BMA Outstanding Management Institute Award for 2018-19. And the winner is KG Somaiya Institute of Management Studies and Research. I request the team to come forward and receive the award. I request Mr. Mahendra Chauhan and his wife to please come forward.
Out of the blue, 2 of us have been called here. I just want to place on record, I happen to be the past president of Bombay Management Association, and this award was instituted by my foundation, Mahendra and Young Knowledge Foundation, in 1999. So that's how I am having this unfair advantage of being in the limelight. Thank you. Thank you to both ladies.
Moving on to BMA Outstanding Management Institute, first runner-up, SIES College of Management Studies. I request the team to come forward. BMA Outstanding Management Institute Award second runner-up is Vivekanand Education Society Institute of Management Studies and Research. move on to the next category for 2018-19, BMA Award for Best Management for Outstanding Faculty. And the winner is Dr. Ranjan Chaudhuri from National Institute of Industrial Engineering, NITIE. BMA Award for Outstanding Faculty, first runner-up, Dr. Kirti Arekar from KJ Somaiya Institute of Management Studies and Research. BMA Award for Outstanding Faculty, second runner-up, Dr. Sachin Deshmukh from Vivekanand Education Society Institute of Management Studies and Research. Moving on to the next category of 2018-19, BMA Award for Best Management Student of the Year. The winner is Ms. Aishwarya Chaudhuri, Guru Nanak Institute of Management Studies. Dr. Mrunal will be accepting on her behalf. Best Management Student of the Year 2018-19, first runner-up, Mr. Aditya Gandhi from Wellington Institute of Management Development and Research. And the second runner-up is also from Wellington Institute of Management Development and Research, Ms. Rashmi Kamkar. That was academic awards for 2018-19. And now we move on to the academic awards for 2020-2021. So for 2020-21 awards, we'll start with the Best Management Student of the Year category. I can see some smiles. The winner of the BMA Award for Best Management Student of the Year 2021 is Ayush Mehrotra. KJ Somaiya, Institute of Management Studies and Research. First runner-up for Best Management Student of the Year 2020-21 is Saifullah Chogle from Guru Nanak Institute of Management Studies. The second runner-up for Best Management Student of the Year is Rutuja Somani, Jamnalal Bajaj Institute of Management Studies. Outstanding Faculty category. BMA Award for Outstanding Faculty 2020-21. The winner is Dr. Neeraj Pandey, NITIE. Outstanding Faculty Award for first runner-up is Dr. Pankaj Trivedi from KJ Somaiya Institute of Management Studies and Research. Second runner-up. Outstanding Faculty Award, second runner-up, Dr. Seema Sant, Vivekanand Education Society Institute of Management Studies and Research. There's a special mention by jury for Outstanding Faculty Award. That is for Dr. Natika Poddar from St. Francis Institute of Management Studies. And now we move on to the BMA Outstanding Management Institute Award. We'll start with the winner. The winner is Jamnalal Bajaj Institute of Management Studies.
The director was to come, but he has not yet reached. I will request Dr. Kiran Yadav as visiting faculty and alumni, along with some of the students who are present here, to come and receive the award. You also come. Yeah,
BMA Outstanding Management Institute, first runner-up, KJ Somaiya, Institute of Management Studies and Research. I request the team to come forward. KJ Somaiya will be going back with a lot of valuable stuff. Outstanding Management Institute, second runner-up is SIES College Institute of Management Studies. So that was the academic awards for both the years. From here, we move on to felicitate our jury members for these awards. And no award ceremony is complete without giving the due credit to the jury, because the kind of, they have to go through so many nominations, they have to evaluate. So let's welcome. Okay. I would like to first share the list of jury members for 2018 and 2019. Our chief jury was Mr. Mashelkar. Corporate jury, Mr. M.K. Chauhan, Mr. R. Ramakrishnan, Ms. Kalpana Morparya, Mr. Fardos Vandrewala, Ms. Anjana Grewal, Mr. Suresh Mhatre, and late Mr. N.M. Konda, and Mr. Anant Singhania. So with this, not everyone is present here, but the ones who are present, I would like to invite them one by one. And I'll start with Mr. M.K. Chauhan, our past president, and also the corporate award jury member for 2018 and 19. Another corporate jury, Mr. R. Ramakrishnan. Here, he's not here. Okay. The academic jury member, Ms. Anjana Grewal. Dr. Anjana Grewal, I'm so sorry. My bad. Too bad. Is Mr. Suresh Mhatre here? Okay. I request Dr. Kavita Lagate to please present the corporate award for the jury 21-22 to Ms. Chaya Sehgal. Ms. Nirmala Mehendle is here. Yeah. I request Ms. Nirmala Mehendle to please come forward. She was one of the academic jury members for year 21-22. The other award jury members could not make it here. So I'll move on to this, to felicitating and thanking our sponsors. I'll first announce the list of sponsors. Bajaj Electricals. I'll start with 2018-19. The two sponsors, Tata Consultancy Services and Excel Industries. For that, I would request Mr. Ashwin Shroff to please come forward. He's not here. Can anyone? Okay, I request someone from the Shroff family or Mr. Anand Patkar to please come forward and receive award on his behalf. What award? Felicitation. Services, I request Mr. DP Nambiar to come forward. He is the VP and Head HR, TCS Geographies and Corporate Function. Then we have Bajaj Electricals. I request Ms. Madhura Talegaonkar, Head CSR, to please come forward. I think she's not here. Anyone else from Bajaj Electricals? Okay. I now invite, from Star Union Daiichi Life Insurance, I invite Mr. Dinesh Bhojwani, Head HR, Mr. Abhishek, Lead Performance, Rewards, HR Strategy, and Mr. Sarvesh Gaukar. From SBI Life, I request Mr. Ravi Krishnamurthy to please come forward. He is the President Operation and IT. From JBIMS, I request Dr. Srinivasan Iyengar, Director. Here. He's not here. So Dr. Kavita Lagate will receive on his behalf. From LIC, I invite Mr. Lalit Gupta, Secretary Corporate Communication, and Mr. KR Kannan, Deputy Secretary Corporate Communication. And we have two donors who I'd like to mention and thank them. Mr. Sheetal Sangvi. He's not here, but I think his father is here to collect, to receive our token of appreciation on his behalf. I request him to come forward, please. And Mr. Uma Shankar Sheneva. So that was our token of appreciation for the jury and the sponsors. From here, we move on to the eAmbit launch. After this. So reading, as we all know, is knowledgeable and it stimulates thinking. But when managers and students of management and leaders, when they read about the work done by other leaders from the past or the contemporary leaders, this kind of reading also acts as a form of mentorship. So to cultivate and develop reading habits, BMA launched eAmbit, an e-journal as a knowledge enriching tool with a compendium of articles and case studies. And today we are relaunching it along with the print copy of eAmbit. After 2 years, we finally got the chance. Yes. And for that, I will invite Dr. Bigyan Verma. And Mr. Walter Vera. I request Mr. Walter Ferreira to speak a few words.
The president had asked Philip Kotler to appear on a Zoom talk for this function, but he declined. He couldn't do that. But what he did was to send a short message to BMA for this occasion. He says, "Here are my observations on business and marketing in the coming years. Asia will be the area of greatest economic growth. Each nation, Asian nation, will work hard to achieve sales in other Asian nations and in Western Europe and the United States. The second, the West will restart some industries that it had lost to Asia, particularly in chips and electronics. Many Western leaders will want local production to keep down the costs and risks of long-distance shipping. The third, the cheapest place to produce mass goods for export will eventually be Africa. Focus your attention on some particular African nations as future sources of goods and basic materials. The fourth, add sustainability as a third goal along with profit-making and customer satisfaction. Your reputation as an ESG company will pay off in winning more customers and talented employees. And fifth, digital skills and marketing creativity will distinguish the winners from the losers. I hope that we can reduce the 3 C's that have hurt our generation, namely COVID, climate change, and conflict. We need to move from combat through competition to a world of collaboration. Let's build peace, equity, and prosperity, or PEP, as our ultimate mantra. This is the message Philip Kotler wanted to share with you on this special occasion. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we move on to BMA Innothon and ACC Dandekar Memorial Trophy Awards. And before that, I'd like to invite the director of JBIMS, Dr. Srinivas Iyengar, along with his team, to please come forward and please come forward and accept a token of appreciation. We almost missed thanking you personally. I'll give a little background about Innothon. So for management students, BMA took an initiative to give the management students a real life problem solving experience. Innothon is like a hackathon for management students where the students get a real business problem to solve. They get 2 months and then they have to find a solution that's feasible, cost effective, and sustainable. But what makes this program special is that in every student team, we include a faculty member who works along with the team to find the solution. That brings the academic flavor. What is also special about Innothon is that every team is also guided by an external independent mentor who has experience in that particular domain in which the students are solving the problem. So that brings the industry flavor. And since they're working on the real problem, they're looking for real solutions. They end up doing real research, primary research, secondary research. They come up with good solutions. And these problem statements, they are actual business problems. They are given by the participating organizations who collaborate with us for Innothon. They could be corporates, they could be family business, they could be MSMEs. We've had 3 editions of Innothon so far. And today, we will be announcing the winners for Innothon 3rd edition, which there are the 4 finalists, and I'll come to that. And the winning team who could not get the actual trophy in 2019-20, the winner of 2019-20 team, they could not get the actual trophy and they could not get the photo opportunity. We will invite them and so that they can collect the trophy also. And it's a rolling trophy. So the winning institute takes the trophy back. Next year, they hand it to the other winning team. It stays with the institute for a year and it keeps rotating and their names keep getting added. So, and the winning team gets the BMA ACC Dandekar Memorial Trophy. Chaya will tell us more about that and ACC, but okay. And so what we'll do is, ma'am, would you like to say something or shall we call the team? Okay. So I first of all request the BMA Innothon organizing team to come forward. Rajesh sir, Dr. Bigyan Verma. He was the host in one of the Innothons, I think Innothon Edition 2.0. His team must have been Dr. Kiran Yadav. He's also a part of our executive committee. In getting good progress. Well, that day he's not offline, but he's online. Mr. Janti, I think she's not there, she's online. Am I missing anyone from the, okay, I am there. I was a part of, so I was a part of the Innothon organizing team. So we are all here now. On behalf of the team, I would like to invite, okay, so we'll start with the trophy then. I invite the Arekar team to please come forward and collect the trophy. Every team has to make a presentation when they work out the solution after 2 months. And then the elimination happens. Then we have one winner per problem statement. Once they are in the final round, then they compete for this trophy. We and Bedekar won for 2019-20. And before we announce the results for the latest edition of Innothon 3.0, I'll keep you all in suspense, I mean the student team. Before that, I'd like to invite our jury members to please come forward. Ms. Vijaya Nene. So the jury again, for these problem statements, we invite experienced industry professionals in that particular domain so that they can they can evaluate the solutions properly. And I must say that the jury members have really, thank you, ma'am, and I thank all the jury members who are not even present here, but they have done a fantastic job giving their personal time and giving real feedback to the students when they make their presentations. It's really commendable. Thank you so much. I want to talk a bit about the corporate partners, the participating organizations who actually give their problem statements. Now you must be thinking, what is there in giving us a problem statement? They can just give a one-page statement and think that you'll get a solution out of it. But it's not the case. When a corporate gives us a problem statement, they also work closely with the teams, with the student teams, regularly meeting, giving feedback on the reports they submit for 2 months. It's a rigorous process. It's just like those student members are working as the team in those participating organizations. So there's a lot of time, effort, and dedication that even our corporate members, our corporate partners give for the successful execution of this program. Today we have with us 3 of those partners. One is Ms. Priyanka Pandey. She's influencer marketing, engineers architect for ACC Limited. A big thank you to ACC for all their support. I now invite Mr. PC Kandpal. He's the MD and CEO, SBI General Insurance. Thank you, sir.
So students like Kanpal, have given me Guru Dakshina in a very handsome manner. They have supported the association just on my request. So I'm very, very grateful and so very delighted. So I want to put it on record and I want to acknowledge you, PC, for helping me out.
Yeah, we are always there because always alumni feeling is there. But two professors whom we dread most, Madam Chaya and Madam Kavita, they both are here.
I request Ms. Farida Hussain, CMO of USV Limited. USV partnered with us in the first edition of Innothon.
These are our friends who have responded to our request over just one single call. If somebody can dole out a check of couple of lakhs for the association, then he or she is a true friend. And so is Farida. Thank you so much, Farida. I value your presence in my life. Thank you so much.
Okay, so Innothon 3.0, it's time to announce the results. So as I said, there were 4 problem statements for the 3rd edition. We had the winner and the first runner-up and the second runner-up. So 3 out of the 4 teams, I'll start with the second runner-up, just build up the suspense. And the second runner-up is Guru Nanak Institute of Management Studies. First runner-up, Chetna's RK Institute of Management Studies and Research. it's time to announce the winner. And for that, I request Priyanka from ACC to give the check. Now before I announce the name of the winner, let me tell you that the winning institute hosts Innothon in the physical mode, not online mode, of course, host Innothon in their institute next year. So Innothon 4.0, hopefully there's no pandemic, and we will be going to Jamnanal Bajaj Institute of Management. And I request the director and the team of JBIMS to please come forward. I request the director, Dr. Srinivasan Iyengar, also to please come forward and join the team. The winning team gets the check of 25,000, first runner-up gets 15,000, and the first runner-up gets 10,000. And the winning team, of course, takes the rolling trophy.
So I wish to thank Priyanka once again. All these checks which are being distributed here, they are coming out of the Innothon ACC fund for the Dandekar Trophy, which was funded by ACC. And in that, Priyanka was my go-to person, and it is Priyanka who has enabled it. So Priyanka, all this money which is going to the students have to know this is coming from ACC's largies. Yeah. So congratulations and thank you once again, Priyanka and ACC.
That was a wonderfully kind and extremely generous introduction, Chaya. Thank you for that. Thank you and congratulations to the students. I think this is a really interesting journey for you to open the doors for. This is that interface between when you stop studying and get into the industry. Great experience for us as well, as you might have seen. There is usually, when we are doing these problem statements, ACC in itself is really invested in your success. Why? Because we believe that the more we push you, the more we get you to talk about real life issues and really talk on the data. If you remember, we really pushed you in the middle and sort of said, hey, what are you doing? Do you think this is going to be academic or do you think this is going to be practical? And I challenge all of you to continue to engage with us, this very same team, not just the college. I challenge you to continue to engage with us on the journey that you started, because to create something meaningful is a difficult task. And when you really achieve that, that's when your inner satisfaction is going to please you as well, right? So fantastic job. I congratulate you all. And ACC in itself, the innovation piece is something that I've been leading for a long time. And we believe that by collaboration and by doing this constant piece, which is innovation and collaboration, we really push the needle on industry and academic collaboration. So congratulations to you all, and thank you to the BMA team for really realizing this initiative.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for giving this opportunity to participate. Although it was, for us, it was one of the maiden events that we participated as far as Innothon is concerned. But like the earlier speaker also said, there is so much that the corporates are doing at this point of time, externally as well as internally. So, see, we are a part of Daiichi world. which is a Japanese insurance company, about 140 years into this business. They promote a lot of initiatives like this. And we try to invite students to our campus as well as we go out to them, and we run certain programs. For example, our own brand for innovation is I2S. It is called I2S. And we keep doing it. So my commitment to the students here and the students who will be coming in, and to all the campus, faculty members and representatives who are here, that we'll keep participating in such events. Innovation is inclusion, and we benefit, because these are real-time problems. The problem statement that we offer to the students for them to participate was a real problem. We understand that, our presence in social media as Star Union Daiichi, which is about 13 years in, in insurance business, is not that much. And some of the solutions that these teams have offered will benefit us, in the times to come, and we'll be able to catch up and then, stay ahead in that race, because digital is the future. And our problem statement was also our presence on the digital, creating digital footprint for SUD life. So thank you very much, and congratulations to all the winners. And we'll keep participating, that's for sure. Thank you.
I'd like to say, whatever the situation, whatever the scoreboard, it doesn't matter, because you'll get the success. You've put in your time, you've put in your effort, and you will get paid back because of that. So I request SIES student members who came fourth, as in the last finalist team, to please come forward and request, and I request our president ma'am to hand over the certificates to the team. SIES team, are they here? All teams, I'd like to say, had put in a lot of effort. It's just that we can have only one winner per problem statement. And out of the 4 finalists, we can have only 3 top winners. But that doesn't discount the kind of effort that they have put. Thank you, team. Before we break, I'd like to something. Yeah. So there is a book release that we are going to witness now. And
Dr. Pankaj Trivedi is here as a photo opportunity. You can.
so there is a photo opportunity for one of the students who arrived a bit late, but then let her enjoy the moment and get a good picture for the record. So the managers, management students, leaders, they all need some mantra to really move up and go to the next level. And we have with us CA R.S. Sarmurthy, who has recently released a book which talks about, and I request him to talk about more about his book, which relates to this aspect.
Good evening, everyone.
And thank you, BMA. Thank you, Madam Kavita, and thank you, Rajesh ji, for agreeing to put in this as a small event in this very busy day for BMA. Well, my book title is, which will be launched now. My book title is Seeds of Success, a Manager's Handbook. Of course, as the title goes, it's a handbook. It's not a scholarly volume. It just speaks about 10 keys to be successful as managers, which is based on my practical experience working in various corporates for nearly 40 years now, and also my own exposure as a visiting faculty to some amount of academics. Two reasons why I thought this book should be written. There should be a purpose behind everything. Two reasons. Reason number one, I've always wondered, to be a lawyer, you have to do a law LLB or other lawyer course. To be a doctor, you have to do medicine. To be a chartered accountant, one has to qualify as a chartered accountant, as a CA in the CA course. I wondered, based on my observations of 40 years and the deficiencies that I saw in managers, and let me confess, it includes myself in the initial years of my career. I always wondered, why is it that it is not mandatory that before somebody is called a manager or takes a managerial position, they need not be, why aren't they not equipped with some principles of management? I'm not saying all managers fall into that category, but quite a few of them. So that's one important aspect. I know the MBA schools, the business schools, associations such as Bombay Management Association are doing a commendable job in trying to spread management knowledge. But still, it is not mandatory. I have seen in my corporate experience that there are managers who become managers because they are good engineers or good chartered accountants. So I did feel that there is a gap, there is a need, which I'm hoping that this book will fill. Reason number two, the World Economic Forum report of 2020 identifies 10 key skills which will be in demand as per a survey of the employers. I'm dealing with quite a few of those in my book. And I'm hoping that this book, which will be launched through the honorable hands of Dr. Kavita and Rajesh Sharma ji, will, and Madam Chaya, will get the requisite audience. And of course, manager is anybody who manages. An entrepreneur asked me, a startup entrepreneur asked me, one of my clients now in my new avatar as a consultant, is it meant for us, the startup entrepreneurs? So there was an underlying assumption that an entrepreneur is not a manager because he's not an employee. This book dispels that notion that entrepreneurs are also managers, and of course those who are called managers, including those who are not called managers. I thank BMA very much for releasing this book today in this very packed day with many schedules. Thank you very much. I now request Kavita ji, Chaya ji and Rajesh Sharma ji to release the book.
Thank you. And I wanted to. We were fortunate to felicitate our sponsors and all our jury members, but two of them have arrived now. So I'd like to invite Ms. Madhura Talegaonkar, Head CSR from Bajaj Electricals, to please come forward and accept our token of appreciation. And last but not the least, I'd like to invite one of our academic jury members. He's our past president and yes, Mr. Suresh Mhatre, please come forward and accept our token of appreciation. Thank you, sir. So that concludes our award ceremony for today. I thank you all very much for coming here today and for those who've joined us online for gracing the occasion. And before you all leave, please join us for snacks. And at 6 p.m., we will start the AGM, Annual General Meeting for BMA, for which we would request just the members to stay back. Thank you so much.